As she surveys the apartment, her eyes wander to Joel. She steps past the couch. He wears the wristwatch Sarah gifted him, which now has a cracked face.
To my knowledge, this is the first PlayStation game that has audio description built into the game, built into the cinematics. The original creative vision of The Last of Us, I think in a lot of ways was larger than what the PlayStation 3 was capable of.
I mean, you already had the remake, and you could have fixed all of your issues there, which I thought was the case of the remake for the PS4. But now you're telling me, oh, now we have more things we want to add. Very bizarre. Should get something out of the way right now. Never played the Last of Us games. I used to like Naughty Dog games, but I don't really play them anymore because they started becoming shit. But now I just kind of watch what they do for curiosity's sake and see if they'll ever make anything interesting again, which so far they haven't for a while. This remake looks no different than the original. Why even call it a remake? It's just a remaster. It's so bizarre. When we get further into the video, we actually see gameplay. I couldn't even tell the difference which one was which, if I'm honest with you. They both looked exactly the same.
The tech of the PS5, it's like an open box of tools and goodies that we can play from and draw from.
What are stories but mystery boxes?
The 4K, HDR, improved haptics, 60 frames.
Wasn't the remaster already 60 frames? So why are you saying it as a positive again here? That shouldn't have been already known. Like, yeah, it's gonna be 60 frames. It would be fucking stupid if it wasn't. What a just bizarre thing to add as a, yep, it's gonna be 60 frames. Like, no shit. Should be.
Help us to reimagine The Last of Us.
Okay, so I'm gonna be perfectly honest with all of you. I'm looking at them side by side right now, and I slowed it down and I reversed it and all this stuff, looking at it very closely. And yeah, the rock looks better, I suppose. But what happened to the snowy mountain in the background? It looked like it added a lot of like atmosphere to the whole map. Why did you take out the mountain? How come it's more fog? Usually, developers add fog because the hardware isn't strong enough to render all of that. So, is that the case what's happening right now? Like, why would you take out the mountain? It looked like it added so much to the game. It looks like you lose some of the atmosphere that you're in. It goes from a very standout point when you turn around that rock and you see that beautiful mountain with the waterfall and stuff. Now it's just, waterfall. It's not really a waterfall, it's the power plant, but you get what I mean here. It's just a bizarre choice. It's way more fog. That can't be good, right? Wow. You call this a fucking remake, yet it feels like you took out all the atmosphere and just added fog. Maybe, okay, maybe it's just the first side-by-side comparison. Maybe the other ones are a lot better. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt here, if I'm honest with you, but I really shouldn't. Okay, again, with this other comparison, I'm looking at them back and forth, and I see a few minor changes, like, oh, we added a wooden plank on the wall with a bunch of leaves and a giant tree. Is that really the big change? Like, I don't see a graphical change, honestly. It looks like the exact same game with just more trees. Is that what your original vision for the game was? It's just fucking overgrown trees and a wooden plank on a wall, and change the color of the chair to a bright red to a shit brown? I even looked into it, and apparently you guys don't even change the gameplay or make the gameplay better, like how it was in Last of Us 2 from what I hear. The gameplay is really good in that game, so you guys don't just take that gameplay and put it in this game? Maybe they do, but I've heard they haven't. They changed the AI, I know that much.
Are the characters more detailed? I mean, down to the irises and the pupil depth.
Whoa, no way. The eyes look more like eyes with pupil. Wow. Why?
Almost closer to sort of the original performances.
So no matter what, you stick to me like glue. Like glue. Like glue. Got it. Good. Good.
We are able now to not only just have the highest fidelity characters in the cutscene, but also in gameplay. It's the same character, so now we can do these seamless transitions in and out.
Wow, so you're telling me that you used the same model, the same graphics model, for the cutscenes, for gameplay. Wow. You know Doom Eternal did that like 2 fucking years ago? You know that game was $60? You know I have over 700 hours on that game? Just a thought.
Every part of the game has benefited from seamless transitions and emotional scripting.
I'm gonna say no on that. Look at Halo Infinite. They had the seamless transition shit going on, and honestly, it made a very lackluster game.
Pretty good, huh?
Okay, they have the side-by-side comparison right now, and I'm gonna be fully honest with you. I don't notice that big of a difference. One, because the PS4 version looks like he's in a shadow, and two, the PS5 version, he looks weirder, if I'm honest with you. The fat guy, whoever the fuck that guy is, he looks very bizarre. I don't know what it is. I think it's the grin, or maybe it's the hair, but something seems off about him.
Our stories happen in gameplay.
Okay, so this one's very weird. They have the sun shining right at the characters on the PS4 version. Well, on the PS5 version, they're in darkness. Now, if you guys don't know this, everything looks better at night. I don't think this is a very fair comparison, if I'm honest with you. And if I zoom in on the face of what's her name? Ellie? Yeah, that doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't look good, if I'm honest with you. That looks pretty shit. Okay, you know how I said that the facial animations looked pretty good? Apparently they don't look that great in fucking gameplay. Because look at her face. What the fuck is that face? Looks like she's taking a fat shit.
Our AI tech has just increased incredibly. What we were building the basis off of was The Last of Us Part 2's AI. And it has sophisticated systems for things like the fundamental knowledge model of how these NPCs perceive and understand what the player is much more sophisticated.
Now how the enemies are communicating with each other, how they're chasing you, how they're flanking you, how intense that fight feels. It's so much more rewarding coming out of it from the other side.
Honestly, the more they talk about this, the more it sounds like they're just like, yo, we have The Last of Us Remake. How about we just like copy and paste the code we did for the AI and just plop it in the game, add some more trees and places, and call it a day.
Another big enhancement to the gameplay is that we have this technology called motion matching. Motion matching is this technology that's basically using logic that tries to match the desired movement to a bucket of hundreds of animations. A mocapped actor has gone in and run this whole gauntlet of movements to get a really full set of all the different ways a person can move.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
What an absolute waste of time. It doesn't even look that good. The little footage you showed, it looks just like the other animations from the first game and the second one. What's the difference? Am I missing something? Am I mentally retarded? I might be, but holy fuck.
And then it's basically every frame trying to find the best matching animation that fits the path of where the character's gonna go. And this motion model just gives this really seamless sense of transition.
You say seamless transition of movement, right? But you legit have a shot in here where Ellie is aiming down with a bow, and it looks like she doesn't even move her body or anything. She just scoots. Old-fashioned type of like game movement when their feet don't move at all and they just whoop. That's what it looks like. You're telling me you're trying to blow smoke up my ass and yeah, we added motions in their movement so it's seamless now whenever you do different transitions. Fuck you. This ain't good. What is this? And let's say if you were right about this and you didn't show this fucking bullshit B-roll right here. Who cares? How about you improve the gameplay? You know, you said you added better AI, which, you know, that's a good thing, but how about the actual, like, gun-to-gun fights and make it better to aim and shoot? Even though the remaster already did that, so why even do a remake? But it's not really a remake, it's a remaster at this point. I just don't see the whole reason to do this. It seems fucking pointless. It's an absolute cash grab. This is funny. Holy shit.
First, we just had to build that core experience. And then beyond that, we wanted to add several features that fans have been asking for.
So let me see, these fans were asking for improvements or additions. So we got a photo mode. Oh, wow. Has anyone ever used a photo mode ever in a fucking video game? I sure as fuck never have. What's the point of a photo mode? I could just take a screenshot with my fucking computer. It's not hard to press 3 buttons to take a screenshot. Why do I need to use a photo mode? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So that's one down. What's the other one? Additional render modes. What do you mean by additional render modes? Like, I know what rendering is, right? But can you explain what you mean by that? I don't know what additional render modes you mean. Like, oh wow, you can make everything a green grid. So if you want to play the Matrix in the game, there you go, I guess. Is that what they mean? You can look at the game when there's no color. Yay. And then what's the last one here? Additional gameplay modifiers. So what is it? It's slow-mo? Wow. Slow-mo. So let me get this straight. In this remake of the game, we get more bullet holes on the side of walls, more greenery, somewhat better AI, slow-mo. Wow. This sounds like fucking shit. Who wants this? Like, what the fuck? If you're gonna make a fucking remake, make a fucking remake. Don't just make garbage. Like, for fuck's sake, Call of Duty 4 remake looks better than this crap. I don't even understand why this was even needed. And Call of Duty 4 Remaster is only 20 bucks. It's so much better than this crap. Call of Duty 4 is a great game, and this remaster looks like shit.
For example, we now have a permadeath mode.
Oh, wow, a permadeath mode? They got Ultra Nightmare in this game. Wow. You know, Ultra Nightmare was in, like, 1991 Doom? You had to make people pay 70 bucks for this feature to have a permadeath mode. You couldn't just make it as an update for the remake or something? That sounds like a mode that's basically should be required, if I'm honest with you. Because those modes are pretty interesting for games that are pretty difficult. Like, goddamn, man. Doom Eternal and Ultra Nightmare, that grows you some massive balls right there. But this, I mean, is The Last of Us even that hard of a game? I'm not even sure. Hey, maybe a permadeath mode will make it more interesting. I don't know. But 70 bucks for a permadeath mode. Is that where we're at right now? That's insane. Also, for this kind of game, wouldn't a permadeath mode be extremely infuriating? Because this is more of a story game, right? So let's say you're almost done with the game, but then you die. Then you have to restart all the way to the beginning where you're back in the house and you have to go through that very painful long animations of slowly walking with people and talking to them. Can you even skip the cutscenes in this game in Last of Us? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you can skip the cutscenes. But let's say even if you do skip the cutscenes, you still have to do the very slow walking with other person. And you have to do that every time you die. Imagine right when you're about to into the first action scene and it's been like fucking 20 minutes of you just walking and talking and your daughter died like 30 times in front of you and now you have to go through this and finally in the action you just die instantly and it's like, oh, okay. That sounds super infuriating.
Along that, we've added a brand new speedrun mode so players can time themselves.
Wow. So now instead of me starting a timer on my computer, the game has a timer built in. Wow. And this is a $70 feature. Man, I'm sold. I want a timer in my fucking video game. This sounds like garbage. Like, what kind of features are these? I want someone out there, if you're actually excited for this remake, I want to know why you're excited for this. There has to be more of a reason than like, oh my god, now I can take a photo in my game. Oh, now there's a timer. Wow. Sound like I can start a timer on my phone or my computer or anything. But it's in the game now. And it's for a speedrunning community. How many people out there speedrun The Last of Us? Is that a big community? Yet again, I've been shocked by more bizarre speedrunning communities. So I'm not going to throw it out the window that quick, but just doesn't seem like a useful feature. If the people that are speedrunning the game already have a system to speedrun the games and have a timer and stuff set up, and shit, why would they go to the speedrunning mode in the game just to accomplish the same thing they've already been doing? Does that make any sense to anybody?
There's a whole community of gamers that just want to see how fast they can play through this game.
I don't know how big that community is, but I don't think they needed a timer in the fucking game if they were already speedrunning the game. Just pointing that out there. It just seems like a fucking worthless idea. Neil Cuckman, why are you such a fucking idiot, man? Like, holy shit, you took Naughty Dog and you rubbed your balls all over the fucking franchise. Hugo Martin, man, was part of Naughty Dog, and he had his shit down. You know what Hugo Martin did in Naughty Dog? He made Jak 3 and Jak X. Granted, Jak 3 ain't good as Jak 2, but he made Jak 3 and Jak X. Jak X is fucking cool. Jak 3 is pretty damn cool also. I mean, come on, they have a gun in there that bounces lasers off the fucking walls and stuff. That's really cool. If you don't know who Hugo Martin is, then you should be ashamed of yourself. What's the point? Like, yo, we added a speedrunning timer. Oh boy, I get to pay $70 for that? That's insane. Oh no, don't worry, you have the other features like more animations between animations and grass. Whoa, man, that's crazy. Why couldn't you just make that an update? I don't know. That seemed a lot fucking easier. Like, Neil Druckmann, if you're gonna try stroking me, at least try stroking me better and not just blow smoke up my ass. I've said that like 3 times now, but that's this whole fucking video, if I'm honest. It just feels like Neil Druckmann's blowing smoke up my ass and just giving me nothing.
Beyond that, we added a bunch more of unlockables.
Bro, no way. Now I can wear a Naughty Dog t-shirt in The Last of Us. Wow, that's great. You know, when I saw people playing The Last of Us, the one thing that they were mentioning a lot is that, man, I really wish I can wear more clothing. Yeah. Everyone was screaming for that.
So there's all these different outfits for Ellie and Joel.
Wait, now I'm confused. You guys are mostly story-based fucking developers now. And you're all about being immersed in the story and shit. Yet Ellie is just wearing a fucking t-shirt in the snow, and she's okay. That's breaking my immersion, Neil. What the fuck? Neil, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know another very great creator named Neil Breen, and he's 100 times better than you. He actually knows what he's doing in these movies, and he's a mastermind that I can never understand. You, on the other hand, you wish you could be the 3 Breen salad, but you can't. You can't be the Breen. You're just Neil Cuckman. Be the Breen. Alright? You need to be the better Neil, but you never will be. And that's what hurts you in life. Because you think, yo, I'm gonna make a Last of Us remake, and we're gonna say we rebuilt it from the ground up. But what I really mean is that we added more grass, and now you can wear a t-shirt in the snow. Whoa. This is fucking garbage.
We added award-winning accessibility features.
Every single accessibility option that we offer, that's a barrier removed for someone.
Yo, accessibility options are back, so that means I can complete the game by just being prone and just evade through all the enemies without them even caring? Yeah! Fuck yeah! That's how I want to play the game. $70 upgrade, here I come, baby!
As she surveys the apartment, her eyes wander to Joel. She steps past the couch. He wears the wristwatch Sarah gifted him, which now has a cracked face.
To my knowledge, this is the first PlayStation game that has audio description built into the game, built into the cinematics.
Who the fuck cares?
I'm sorry, this might sound heartless, but I don't give a fuck. Why are you playing a game if you're blind? That just doesn't make sense to me. How do you play a game blind? How do you play multiplayer games? How do you play any game? You would have to be playing games that are very simple, right? I mean, sorry, but video games require eyes and ears. Well, not really ears. You can actually shut off the audio in games and still know what the fuck's happening, but games require eyes and hands, and if you don't have those 2 requirements, I'm sorry, you're just not going to be able to play a game. I mean, for fuck's sake, you could be paralyzed from the waist down and still play games. But why is this a $70 upgrade? Yo, now you can hear the game instead of seeing it. What about during gameplay? If I start walking forward, will the lady be like, you are now walking forward. You're about to run into a wall. You are now running into a wall. And will it just repeat that like, you're running into a wall over and over again? And it's like, you're now 1 foot away from the door. Now turn left. Is that how the game goes? Or how does a blind person play a game? Why have this feature? Who the fuck is gonna pay $70 and be like, yo, dude, The Last of Us Remake I could turn on audio for the cutscenes and have a lady tell me about them. Dude, that's crazy. It's so dumb. This is fucking awful. Such pointless features added to a game that I've ever seen. Wow, this is the first PlayStation game to have audio description. We're fucking great. We're geniuses. We never thought about it before. Like, wow. So, okay, whatever. Whatever makes you happy, Neil.
The rooftops overlooking the Capitol building, for example, like just the breath of fresh air when you go up there and you just like, you feel that sort of release in tension.
Wow. So you're supposed to really feel like you're in the environment. Wasn't that the point of the remake? You're paying $70 to feel like you're really in the environment, even though you already did that? What's the point? This is so terrible. This is awful. I can't believe you people released this thought, yeah, this is gonna be priceless right here. People are gonna eat this shit up. Maybe if you're a fucking mouth-drooling retard that can't connect 2 chromosomes together, that thinks 2 is 1 and 1 is 2, then yeah, sure, this is beautiful, this is gorgeous, the best thing you've ever seen in your entire life. But if you're an actual modern human being, you would notice, wow, this is garbage. Why are you selling me garbage?
And then, to juxtapose that down in the tunnels in Wilds, and you get that dank, flooded tunnel feel.
That dank, flooded tunnel feel. What the fuck does that mean?
Humidity, you can actually feel it. All these environments are just completely reimagined.
Well, they removed the fog in this area, which is, a choice. Like I said earlier, when they had the fog, I said that it's probably because of limitations, and this kind of proves, oh yeah, finally they're able to remove the fog in the fucking subway, but now it's like barely any fog. You would think you would want some atmosphere in this area. I don't know. That's just how it seems like it was made for, to have some atmosphere with the fog this time. But it's kind of like how the Halo CE remastered, they removed the fog in the I forgot what mission it was. Is it 343? And it kind of loses a little bit of the atmosphere, which in that game it doesn't really fucking matter because it's Halo. But in this game, since this whole game is about the world and the environment and the story, you would think that would be kept there.
One of the things I absolutely love with the 3D audio in The Last of Us Part 1 is being able to hear an enemy before they sneak up on you. And trying to do a stalker fight with the 3D audio is just so much fun. You're hearing them skitter around in a different room, and you're hearing them trying to get up behind you.
Isn't that just surround sound for a TV? And I'm even wearing headphones right now, and you're showing a visual representation of what you should be hearing. I would assume you would add that in this trailer, so that's why everyone is like, oh, okay, yeah, that's really cool. And you're showing it where you should be hearing it from the right? Have I been wearing my headphones the wrong way this whole time? Oh my god, I've been wearing my headphones wrong for this whole time. Okay, at first I thought I was going insane, because I thought you're supposed to hear it from the right-hand side, as this visual shows. So, for a second, I thought, am I wearing my headset wrong for almost 2 years of using it? And no, I checked my headset, and it said I was wearing them right. And now I'm looking at the waveforms on this video, and it's coming out of the left-hand side when it's visually showing the right-hand side. What? And this is supposed to show how good 3D audio is? They can't figure out which one's left and which one's right? I'm sorry? If you have headphones on right now, you can confirm I'm not crazy. If you're using speakers or something, you won't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. But with headphone people, you will know. There is something wrong with that.
Having that 2-part reaction of like hearing, turning, seeing, reacting.
I mean, again, you could do that with surround sounds. And also, you have a massive flaw where the left-hand side is the right-hand side. Whoever is your audio guy did a massive flaw there that you should probably work on. I don't know if that's the game or if that's the actual video, but it's pretty telling that no one noticed that. And right now they're huffing their own farts trying to prove, oh, they're making really good 3D audio, yet they can't figure out which side is left and right. Come on. This is fucking terrible. How many times have I said that through this video? I have said this is garbage and terrible so many times because it's insane. I mean, it's really crazy. how bad this is.
With the PlayStation 5, the amount of control that developers have over the DualSense, it's really, really cool. All the guns in the game have a variable amount of resistance on the triggers when you aim them.
What? Why would I want that? Why would I want resistance on the triggers when I shoot things? That sounds terrible. Can you imagine they made a mouse where it's tougher to click it? You have to hammer it to make it work and shit? What? Why would you want something like that? That sounds awful. Can you shut that off? I know it's not for mouse and keyboards for the PlayStation 5 controller, but still, that sounds awful.
This also ties in to the new workbench animations.
Just new workbench animations, no new upgrades, no new materials to craft. No new crafting items, no new interesting upgrades. I think I just said that, but my mind is melting as I am talking right now. Holy shit.
What I personally absolutely adore is the way we can enhance the really quiet, subtle moments of gameplay. So it's like when Joel goes in to pet the giraffe, getting that little light touch on the haptics as he's petting the giraffe.
Oh my god, I always wanted to know what Joel felt like when petting a giraffe. Wow, that's so crazy. Man, I love feeling Joel's hands touch my hands. Oh, yes. You know, this is starting to come around me where I'm like, you know, $70 for this garbage? I can do that. Because you know why? I can feel a giraffe while Joel is touching the giraffe. And I am the giraffe. That's poetry right there, my friends.
Better. Not different. Extremely better. That's why, to me, this is the definitive way to play The Last of Us.
Does Neil just keep a cup of farts on his fucking counter and just huff them every day before going into work, thinking he's tough shit? He must do that a lot. He's like, you know what? I love capturing my farts in fucking cups, and I am going to use these cups and farts, so that's why I could just plaster my shitty ideas all over games, and people will eat it up. That's my plan, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing or how I even got here. I just walked into this office one day and they were looking for someone to make games. I was like, oh, okay, sure, why not, I guess. And then you just somehow got here. Oh, wow. No, I'm just gonna stick with my emulator if I ever feel like playing The Last of Us, which if I'm honest with you, seems like a very dreadful time. It does not seem like my kind of game. So I'm going to stay away from it, but I'm still going to make fun of the game and the franchise as a whole, if I'm honest with you. Because like I said, I know enough about the franchise, definitely know the story, know enough about the gameplay on both sides. But I'm going to make fun of them because they're funny to make fun of. Now get the fuck out of my channel. Why are you even here? Who gives a fuck about you? No one does. That's what I want you to know. No one cares about you. You are just one person out of 3 billion. This is TED Talk for a moment. We are just small people in snow globes, if you think about it. And these snow globes are on someone's counter. Is that a movie? That's a movie, isn't it? No, it's the game It Takes Two. No, but it didn't explore it like we're all different snow globes and different universes on someone's... Wasn't there a movie that did that? There must have... That's why I have that memory. Because I could picture it perfectly in my mind. It's like a fireplace and there's like snow globes all around with different universes. And we're just in one of those snow globes in that universe. And this guy is just like a really fat dude that just likes capturing people in snow globes. Hey, there's an idea for a movie right there if it hasn't been made, because I just thought of that out of the whim. And it's 10 times better than whatever the fuck Neil Druckmann could come up with, so you're welcome. Now fuck off.